Again and welcome to another lesson, Mr. Mike. And I believe we're in lesson number 4. Here's like a little reminder because I know it's been a while. A quick conversation. I say marhaba, كيفك ya Mike? That means hi, how are you, Mike? And the standard response. We can say tamam or alhamdulillah. And in order to say and you, we say وانت كيفك or وانت كيف حالك. I'm pretty sure that you know all of this. This is just like a quick reminder of a simple conversation that we can have in Arabic. So here again we see that you're saying tamam. I set up an imaginary conversation that's taking place between me and you. And here maybe I added extra info on how to use the word your dad because we learned in previous classes that the k sound at the end refers to the subject you. So when I say abuk, that means your father. Abuy, that means my father. And the e sound at the end usually refers to the subject me or I. So here I sort of used the subject here, but I added a new word which is ism. And ism, shu ism abuk, that means what is your father's name. But ism itself, if you remember, we can add also like certain words or certain letters at the end to reflect the subject or the pronoun. So here your response was ismo. Ismo, that means his name. Remember abuk, abuy, abu, abuha? That means your father, my father, his father, her father. Here we have the word ism. Ism means name. So in order to say your name, we say ismak. And my name is Ismi. And his name is Ismo. And her name is Ismha. I think probably did talk about it in lesson number 3. So if you still have the link for lesson number 3 or you can get access to the channel, maybe you can just do a little revision. And don't worry, we will do a revision in our coming class. So here it is the continuum or the continuation of the conversation. Here I say tamam. You can also use this type of agreement. Oh, okay. Here I need to point out that tamam, okay, which means great, works as well or works the same way in English. So tamam means great, right? So in English, when somebody asks you, "Hey, how are you?" and you respond, "Great," that means you're doing okay. But when you agree with somebody suggested something like, "Hey, let's go have dinner or let's go out," and your response was great. Here you're not saying that you're doing great. You're saying that the plan sounds great or you're in agreement with the plan. So tamam here works as great in the second use, which is type of agreement. And here's the last of the conversation. You asked me, and inta, that means and. Shu ism abuk, what is your father's name? And I responded by saying ism abui, that means the name of my father is Muhammad. Muhammad. Here, that was like a quick revision, and we will talk about it in depth in case you needed like some emphasis or some further explanation into any aspect of that previous conversation. And I will send that Word file as well in order for you to sort of read the conversation. So I wrote a conclusion here focusing on the endings. that reflect the subjects or the pronouns. Okay, here's another revision, but I don't want to go too much in the revision section. I want to jump into the verbs, if you remember. So the last time we talked about verbs, and we like sort of put a pattern in order for us to follow and figure out these verbs, how to conjugate or how to like make these verbs into sentences. We started with the verb you speak. So you speak, I speak, he speaks, she speaks. All of these four verbs are following a pattern in Arabic. So when you say you speak, in Arabic is تحكي. تحكي. I speak is أحكي, and he speaks is يحكي, and she speaks is تحكي. So here, the word itself is almost the same. The only change that occurs is at the beginning. T sound, A sound, Ya sound, and T sound here. So this is for the verb you speak, I speak, he speaks, and she speaks. So in order for us to like do these verbs, we need to do this. تروح. Notice here that put all the verbs in the you form. I put the conjugation of the you. So تروح, that means you go, goes like this. تروح, right? That means you go. I go, it's the same thing. I keep the essence of the verb, which is the after the T, the R and the O and the O and the H. So it becomes أروح. That means I go. So you go is تروح. I'm sorry, تروح is you go and أروح is I go. يروح, somebody he goes. We remove this and we put on the essence. يروح, he goes. And she goes is تروح. Okay, so تروح is you go, أروح I go, يروح he goes, تروح she goes. Let's make a sentence from the verb want, because we like used want a lot in a lot of sentences. And the verb want was بدي, or because it changes depending on the subject. I want to say I want to go with you.